Thank you so much. I clearly appreciate every word that my colleague, Senator Feinstein, said about my friend, Leon Panetta. And what I'm going to try to do is add a little bit more personal side, because I've known this man and worked with him since 1982, when I got elected to the Congress, and he became one of my mentors at that time. Eventually, I served on the Budget Committee where he was the chairman, and I watched him very carefully reach out across every kind of line that would divide us. Republican, Democratic, liberal, conservative, moderate. We were facing at that time a lot of new, perplexing issues. One was the AIDS crisis. No one quite knew where this was headed, what it was about. And I remember going to Leon and saying, there's this new disease, and nobody quite understands it, and we haven't done anything about it. And he said, you know, why don't you hold some hearings on it? It seems to really concern you. And bring in the Republicans, and we did. And we were able to get the very first funding in that time for AIDS research, because Leon was willing to listen. This is someone who's very smart, and he gets it. But he also is willing to listen to all sides. And I think we've seen that in every single job that he has fulfilled. And this is a man who's dedicated himself to public service, and we are so grateful to him. And I won't go through every job he's held. First of all, it would take too much time, and second of all, Senator Feinstein highlighted so many of those. But to be someone who could work as effectively behind the scenes as you can in front of a camera, to be someone who could be such a trusted advisor that 2 presidents have chosen him. I could just go on about Leon. I'm sure you don't want me to, because you have a lot of work to do. Let me say, for the people of California, what he has meant to us. He has recognized the importance of our resources in our state, namely our coast and our ocean, and he stepped out in front in the early years and said, this is an economic issue for us, and he preserved that coast. That's forever. That Monterey Sanctuary is forever, so he's visionary. And then when we saw him move into the national security arena, as he did at the CIA, and the work he did in the latest achievement that he can talk about, doesn't really do that much, in terms of making sure that Osama bin Laden was finally taken out. This was a brave mission by our military, and Leon Panetta was a part of the decision-making. I think at this time where we are engaged around the world in so many difficult conflicts, he is bringing now the intelligence perspective to the job. I would ask unanimous consent that my formal statement be printed in the record. I just want to turn to Leon at this time, just as a senator from California and a friend, and say thanks so much for everything you've done throughout your career for this country. And I know your origins, I know how proud your family is, and I think we all share that pride in you. And good luck, and I hope the committee does this quickly. Thank you very much.